En esta mi ciudad hago entrega de este misterio antiguo, acaecido aquí mismo, hace tantos años, bajo la luz de la estrella de la tarde, Venus, Yetu, que también es la estrella doble de la mañana. Oye, bueno.
In this city of mine, I give to you this ancient mystery which took place right here so many rounds ago, under the light of the evening star Yekun, which is also the light of the morning star Oyewe. And it is for the same reason it is also called Baphomet, Quetzalcoatl, Abraxas, Lucifer, the bearer of light, the Lord and the maiden of beauty, the dwelling place of those who were defeated within this second earth of the Kali Yuga in which we are living through right now. It is also the dwelling place of my Amada, my beloved, and our eternal A-mor. Oh, morning star, wrap me in your deep dewy light, humid and damp. Let your petals fall upon me like in a sky of autumn. Do not ever leave me. Be my companion. The Mysteries, Miguel Serrano. Years ago, I met her in one of the valleys of my country. She was brought to me dead in her mother's arms and wearing a bridal veil. I know it sounds strange, but I married her. A little time before, I had given her my blood so that she may live, but it only seemed to make her die. It would seem that blood transfused in this manner, carrying with it pity and love, kills more than it saves. One wonders what is best then, to live and have love destroyed, or to die and to make love eternal. I believe that in killing her physically, I gave her my soul so that she could live in me. I was really my blood that killed her. There's no doubt of that, because my blood was so troubled and shaken by love and physical embraces. Blood is very strange and mysterious, and all that an ordinary person knows of it is that it goes round and around. And I think that is like the hands that caress again and again until one day they simply stop. She died sitting on her bed. It was at midnight, as she stared blankly. And then with a great effort she screamed, "Jesus, Jesus, help me." For a moment, as she fell backwards, she was no longer beautiful. Her mother was there, holding her head, saying, "Go peacefully, my daughter, go peacefully." Later, her mother told me she had died from fear. She was afraid of death, just as a crucified one was afraid of it. I arrived early in the morning, as I always did, and I found her dressed as a bride, and she was dead. It dawned on me then that she had not died so much from the fear of death, but rather from the fear of the eternal marriage to which she was entering into with my soul. It is hard enough to be a bride in life, but it is far more difficult to remain true unto death. She was afraid of eternal love because she was afraid of the hell inside my soul. I remember as if it was yesterday. I kissed her lips, and then she cried for so long that my eyes are still weary. Her mother did not understand my actions because she thought that I should have been happy. My bride had been given to me, and the wedding was to take place as been arranged. The mother did not understand the tears because tears are completely human, and they reflect the pity one feels before a small creature or a generous soul who herself had wept before the terrors of the night. Next came the burial, which was also the wedding. We were married by the light of the dawn. The undertaker's happy hooves galloped quickly, for they were nuptial horses as well. Their hooves clattered gaily on the pavement. The coffin was lowered into the ground by 2 slim ropes. It was then opened so that I could see her face one last time. From the flowers that adorned the casket and from the shroud which served as the bridal veil came a light that entered my blood and my soul. I was taken aback by the sensation and wanted to go, but I heard her voice crying out to me, "Do not leave me alone. The wedding is drawing near." It was then, on the edge of her tomb, that I had no doubt that we were being married. The very blood that I had given her a short time before her death, in the hope that it would revive her, since it was red blood for a pale, drawn youth, but which actually killed her, was still alive in her veins and circulating through her. And for a wedding gift and a symbol of her love, she was returning it to me in the form of energy. This is the reason that I say she is not buried so much in the earth, but rather she is buried in my soul. A part of me and a part of her eternity belongs to me. As I stood alone in one of the many long green valleys of my country, I felt that we were no longer belonging to this earth. I watched the dark birds rising up against the blue sky and snow-capped mountains, and then I saw the morning star. Somehow, I knew that she lived up there and felt caressed by its light. But of course, one cannot simply escape like this from the world. The land needs men as much as the men need land. Besides, my wife had never known the world. She had conversed so long with death and had become so absorbed by it that she never had time to live. Therefore, I determined to show her the earth, to engage in life so that she may see with my eyes and feel with my senses. I therefore traveled all over the world, climbed mountains, visited strange cities. I prayed at strange temples, on top of the high mountains where the fire lilies grow. I made her walk barefooted in the snow. Together we watched the blue and red birds fly between 2 worlds. And when we went to the temples, I am sure she recognized herself in the long-necked statues. I saw the whole world for her, and meanwhile, inside of me, she sat quietly, collecting beads and decanting our experiences. Both her voice and her silence pulled me towards certain conclusions. She too had experienced what my eyes had seen. She began to tell me what I still did not understand, yet she had never really experienced love. She had been so worried that she had never had time for it. All of this was so many years ago, for her mother had brought me dead, her dead body, to me to take possession of all I had. And that was why the crucified one came. And when I die, I shall try to rise like her and scream toward the falling of the shadow. Help me, my shrouded girl. My head will then also fall backwards, but there will be no one there to hold it up. Because for years now, I have been living in dreams like a madman.